Halloween Hunter here, and today I am doing another Halloween 2021 Spirit Halloween unboxing, and this is on the Buzzsaw animatronics. So, I actually recently picked up Buzzsaw at Spirit Halloween at my local store. I'm recording this Saturday, and I actually bought him on Friday afternoon. I got a text from my Spirit saying that they just received shipments of Buzzsaw and Mr. Hal. I put my name down on Buzzsaw because I already had Mr. Hal. Kind of a similar thing with my Grimm animatronic. They kind of just let me know they had it in stock, and I had my name down on him, so they held it in the front, and now I finally have him. And it's funny because I see him at my stores all the time, and there's none in the box, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, if I see one in the box, I'm gonna get it, but there were none in the box, and it's kind of weird because Grimm is actually a later shipment than Buzzsaw, yet I got Grimmy for Buzzsaw. I'm like, I don't know what's the problem here. You know, I got Mr. Hal too. Mr. Hal and Buzzsaw are kind of like some of the first shippers for stores. But yeah, my stores never got him yet, and like in the box, and I finally got one. So I'm really excited. I also picked up the new 2021 Snacking Stevie right here. This one is definitely new, not like the old one from last year. I did the old one from last year, which I'm going to be comparing. I've kind of already posted on Instagram about it, but I am doing a comparison on those two, and I possibly will be reviewing this one as well, so that's definitely something to look forward to. But anyways, let's go ahead and unbox Buzzsaw. So here we go. So his box is pretty big, kind of what I expected, but it's definitely really large. So I'm gonna kind of just tilt it over here so we can put the parts right here. We have a lot of parts. So we have two kind of foam pads for probably the legs or arms. Then we have this box, probably the head, I would assume, is in this box. I don't really have a scissors with me. I don't really know where I put my screwdriver, so I'm just going to use this cord to kind of open the box. I am very unprofessional today, but we'll just go with that. But let's see if his head looks good. I know he's probably most likely going to look okay, but I have to look at it anyways. And yeah, I mean, looks pretty much okay. Really cool head, actually. Not a big fan of this flap underneath his neck, but I could maybe fix that a little bit. But yeah, his face looks pretty good. You know, the new SVI props are molded with the face on it, so very cool face, honestly. He looks really detailed, especially holding it in person. Very nice face. Then we also got, let's see, we got a lot of parts in here. So we have a adapter, of course. We have some clothing right here for Buzzsaw. Very nice. We also have a lot more parts in here. Let's see. We got two metal loops for his body, kind of make his shape. We also got, wow, there's a lot of things in here. We have instructions right here. This might be a little hard. We got a shoe right here. Pretty cool shoes, actually. We got some metal arms right here. Then we got, let's see. We got some holes right here. And then we got, let's see, this is pretty big stuff right here, so I may have to just, okay, we have the Buzzsaw right here, the actual saw. Really cool to see that. I hope it works, because I know sometimes they do kind of break. But wow, that is actually really cool. I'm going to gently place that one down. And next, we do got a couple more parts. Let's see, I found the other shoe for him. Sorry, this whole entire like setup very weird. We got a shoe right here. Then we got his mallet hand. Looks really cool. Love that kind of metal robotic look to it. We got the mechanism, you know, the side-to-side mechanism right here. Hope that works too. Very cool. See this. And We also got right here a metal frame for the shoulders and the back. And finally, kind of just looks like this is the only part left. It's the base. So we've now successfully unboxed Buzzsaw. So now let's actually start the setup of the Buzzsaw animatronic.
Did you see that? I saw that.
Alright, so here's Buzzsaw after that demo, and I just gotta say, this guy is actually a really unique prop, and there are definitely a lot of pros to him, and some cons. So, first off, I just gotta say, this guy has a really unique concept, I think. Just this entire, butcher, hillbilly guy, morphed with this kind of robotic lab prop, whatever you want to call it. It really is just a weird prop, but it works really well too, I think. I think this entire mechanical combination prop with this kind of just big guy works really well. And it honestly, to me, really sells this prop for me to buy it. There's definitely a lot of pros. That face, for one, is super detailed. I mean, look at that mouth. There's no teeth at the bottom right here, which is kind of annoying, I guess, but I can understand why the tongue is kind of there to kind of cover that. He's got these teeth, look very yellowish, very nice. His eyes, too. There's actually some kind of, eye shadowing around him. I believe that's supposed to represent the fact that he's a wrestler, which is kind of weird. I don't know if it's in his backstory, no, but kind of weird they actually added that. I mean, it looks cool, it's just kind of weird they added that touch. We got some kind of stitches and scars on his face and head. It definitely is really cool too. I also like how he's bald. Just kind of adds to that whole hillbilly aesthetic. And again, more of those scars. He's got a double chin right here, and he's just got this pale skin. His ears are kind of weird though. I don't know why they do that. Probably should stick in. But yeah, regardless, this guy is just super cool looking overall. His shoes too are really nice. These are new molds, I believe, for the shoes, and I like the color. They're kind of this brownish gold color, very nice. And he's got these laces too. Same with this one, and he's kind of spikes at the bottom of the shoe. His mallet arm is really cool. I love how he actually has these kind of screws and mechanical metal parts on them to kind of connect them from the arm to the mallet. And the mallet looks very cool too. Very similar to Whack-A-Mole, I guess you could say, because, Whack-A-Mole holds the mallet, but the mallet is definitely a different mold. It's really big, and it's got these cool brownish kind of wooden details. Just overall very nice. Over here we also got the blade, the actual buzzsaw, you could say. I actually don't mind the fact that some of the mechanical parts actually stick out. That actually adds to the whole mechanical prop itself, and it just looks very nice. I love these kind of tubes also that kind of make it look more realistic, more kind of attached to buzzsaw, which looks really nice. And overall, again, these kind of screw details look very nice. I also love those kind of gears right here in the middle. They look very nice. And overall, the blade itself looks very nice too. Pretty good quality too. So overall, pretty much here for detail. I think Buzzsaw succeeds. I think there is one thing though, kind of lacking, and that's their clothing. Now, it looks like, unfortunately, in the last few years, they haven't really been able to make really good butcher clothes. Like, I own the butcher from last year, and his clothes aren't that great. They're very wrinkly, very dull, and this guy kind of has the same issue. They're okay, but definitely nothing that great. His overalls just look kind of bad. I like the kind of dirty spots in it, but yeah, it's just really wrinkly, very just looks really fake. You know, I think they really could have just made normal clothing for this, especially for that price tag, because this is just looks weird. Almost looks like an Among Us character when you remove the head and the arms. It just looks really weird. But it's okay though. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but it's okay. I probably won't replace mine anytime soon, but yeah, I think he definitely could have used better overalls. Definitely more shaped ones, better detail also. It just looks very wrinkly. I could also iron these clothes too, but yeah, I think these clothing could definitely been a lot better, a lot more realistic, especially for that face. It looks really creepy. Just this doesn't really add to that. I also like how he's fat. He's just kind of this big, obese buzzsaw guy. Kind of adds to his look. Definitely like that a lot. Just overall, a very nice looking animatronic. He's really big, very nice, and the back's unzipped back here, but we're unvelcroed. But overall, just speaking, this guy's very nice. Now, I do have complaints. This is kind of where we get into quality. Now, Buzzsaw is made by Diesel Vision International, which is normally a pretty good company prop, but this guy kind of is like that. I've seen almost at all my stores a broken Buzzsaw. I mean, either the Buzzsaw is not working itself, the saw, or it's not turning, or the mouth's unglued. One of those is broken. It's usually one of these is broken, which is kind of unfortunate because this guy is just super cool, and it sucks when he breaks. And I am also honestly kind of worried that mine will break eventually. Might have to ask Dr. Sony for a spare module, because I definitely don't want to lose this guy from that quality issue. And it kind of does worry me because his base is also very wobbly. He kind of does wobble a lot, mainly just because he's big, and his buzzsaw arm does weigh it down a little bit. I also am worried about the welding up here. There has been some have had broken welding up here, which is a very unfortunate problem. So really hoping mine's okay for this Halloween. If it breaks, I'll get replacement parts, but I'm really hoping I don't have to do anything with him. That's gonna be bad like that. I hope he's just normally a fine lasting prop, and I just overall hope he remains okay. So now it's on to the kind of price point for this guy. He is $280, which might seem kind of worth it because he is really big and that motion is really unique and awesome. But to be fair, we have a prop like at Home Depot, the Dark Angel, and that guy is huge. Or $20 more, the 12-foot skeleton, which is huge also. And this guy is pretty huge, but I'm not sure if he's big enough to justify $280. I think personally he should have been $250, $230. I think $250 might have been a fine price point, just because this guy, besides him being big, is definitely a lot for the money. Again, he's big and he's huge, but I think, $250 would have been a better price. I understand that what this guy does is pretty cool, but that quality is possibly an issue, and just overall that price tag I think could have been lowered just a bit. $30 less I think would have made this guy a lot more of a seller. I mean, he obviously still is probably selling pretty good, but he could have been selling a lot better for that price tag being lower. So overall, pretty much that's it for Buzzsaw's price and quality and look. There's not really much else to say. I think this guy's awesome. When I first saw him at Flagship, I didn't really care for him that much. I think he was okay, but he kind of looked weird at Flagship. But, I actually started seeing him in stores, and after that, he kind of grew on me, and so now I kind of just wanted him, and now I finally have him, and I'm very excited to use him this year in my haunted house. I think he'll go very well. And overall, I think I do recommend Buzzsaw. I mean, again, that quality kind of is iffy, but I think for what you get a pretty good prop. I would recommend using a 20 or 25% off coupon, because that will make the price definitely more justified. Just, you know, 280 is a bit much, but if you use a coupon, I think you guys should definitely go for Buzzsaw. Very nice prop, and overall, I do recommend him for any haunted house or any sort of swamp, farm, you know, something with chop shop, anything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for my overview on Buzzsaw. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to Halloween Hawk today for my Halloween videos, and I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.